Hello everyone, more World of Warships, yay! We are going to play Kuma. That was the intro I prepared for today. Anyway, it's another capture the flag, tier 3, tier 4 battle. So I am not outgunned by many of these enemies. And where I am, I can outmaneuver or out-torpedo the enemies. So fun. You can see that they got 4 tier 3 battlecruisers. We got 3 battlecruisers, 2 tier 4, 1 tier 3. I would bet that's better on our side. There are some aircraft carriers as well. We get more destroyers than they do. So basically we have all the cards. We have less cruisers though, which can be a problem when it comes to dogfighting these airplanes, but hopefully it won't be such a bad thing. We also got lower tier cruisers, if I'm not mistaken. So airplane away, and we can go. It looks so peaceful like this. Yeah, you can see they got all of their cruisers are tier 3. We got all of their cruisers are tier 4, pardon me, and we get some tier 3 on our side. Yeah, we got 2 Tenrus and 1 St. Louis, so they really have a way better situation in the cruiser department. But as mentioned, we got better destroyers and battle cruisers. So I think that's a win on our side. I would much rather have better destroyers and better battle cruisers than other way around. Okay, still no enemies. We only see that interceptor squadron in the distance. And there's a bomber squadron. Actually, to be completely precise, a torpedo bomber squadron. First contact, Kuma, 15 kilometers away, going in my direction, going for A, followed by a Phoenix. I'm doing that mistake again where I am way too ahead of everyone else. So I tried, well actually I was going slower, but now when there's so many enemies I speed up so that I can avoid their shots, because turning around at this point is not really a good option. It would probably mean that I would just be an easier target while running. I have to say that I at least got a fire support from the cruisers and battlecruiser behind me, so that makes me a bit happy. Now, good part of this map is that you can always find an island you can hide behind when someone is shooting at you. And sharp changes in courses like this almost always guarantee avoiding enemy shots. But the second wave that I dodged, I was just purely lucky. And I even managed to overshot the island. Wow, that's hilarious. And I shot the enemy. How lucky can one man be? They probably even lost contact with me at this point. They don't really see me. Though I think I should be visible to them when I shoot. This Kuma is soon going down, but I'm not going to be the one shooting it because the islands are in the way. It's always fun. Okay, this Phoenix is going in my direction, so unless I turn, it's gonna hit right in me. Followed by the Kavachi and the Kuma over there. Kuma has more luck than situational awareness. It's desperate to try not to be the first blood, but it fails. There's the South Carolina in the distance. We got a hit on this tiny dinky little destroyer that barely avoids torpedoes. I kind of wonder how it happens that I almost always disable their torpedo tubes, because it never happens to me when I play a destroyer. I very rarely have a problem with being unable to shoot a torpedo. Maybe I'm just really lucky. I don't know. Yeah, this is really a problem of mine. I really obsess about destroying the destroyers, and I stop paying attention to the surroundings. I am going in the direction of all of the enemies, and I just shoot at a dinky tiny destroyer that's 10 kilometers away. It's basically the mistake I do. So I'm trying to rectify it by turning 90 degrees, going back towards my allies, and bombarding the South Carolina. Yeah, but I got wrecked already from the enemies. All completely unnecessary shots. If I just had the decency to give up on the fight and look at the minimap and see that I'm following a tiny destroyer in the middle of the enemy forces. Still getting hits even on 12.5 kilometers. If that is not master aim, I don't know what is. That is not saying that none of the enemies can do that, but you know, hitting someone at 12.5 kilometers. Man, my gunners are really impressive. A lucky shot on the Kuma set it on fire. Turning around. I don't know why people always do this. They turn with their back towards you and think that it's going to help, but it actually makes the aiming quite easier. If you're not me, that is. Yeah, I got 9 hits already on the Kuma. 12. 15 and set it on fire. South Carolina got torpedoed in the distance. 3 more hits on the Kuma. None of those are actually really all that good, you know. Just unloading the torpedoes blankly on the South Carolina, hoping to hit it. But that was really just a wild shot. I should have retargeted on it to see the marker, but yeah. Never mind there. Nice, 5 hits, all of them. Not much damage though. I can really say that for those shots that hit me. Yeah, those all missed. We are hemorrhaging oil. We are hemorrhaging oil, but I keep shooting, hoping that I destroy the South Carolina. And that last shot was massive. So yeah, I tried to get out at least one volley, but I got blown up by the Phoenix. There was really not much I could do with that. On the other hand, we sunk, I think that was the previous ship. It probably burned alive. You know, I really like the HE. Setting people on fire, that's just brutal. Here's a Tenryu trying to avoid enemy fire. You can see that we lost more ships than they did, but we got still 2 battle cruisers, while they are down to only 1. So we get 2 tier 4 battlecruisers, and they got 1 tier 3. That's a huge difference. That is a huge difference. Now, a skillful carrier captain could change this in a matter of seconds, but I'm hopeful that it won't happen. Look at the Tenryu just sailing and surfing and drifting on the ocean. Having fun. From the part though, probably didn't. I hope people didn't burn alive there. Okay, here's our carrier. Isso, it's tier 4 Langley. It's heavily damaged, but it's still got planes on it, which is good.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Here's Sheer Roach Monkey fighting this Kavachi. He pretty much devastated it if you saw those hits. That was close quarter armor piercing shots. It's really impressive when you think about it. Another volley and the Kavachi is dead. Now yeah, it's tier 4 against tier 3. I would always bet on the tier 4, but still this was really extremely brutal. Yeah, I'm saying that in the comments. Wyoming is really an impressive ship. 6 heavy cannons on tier 4 battlecruiser, that's just devastating. Rumo 124 is just scouting at this point, but we will get back to him later on. And we'll see him perform the last part of our operation. Here is our other tier 4 battlecruiser, Miyogi, operated by tanked 68. No, tanked 8. I saw a 6 in there when there is none. Secondary guns shooting at a destroyer that is pursuing it. I think though that someone is going to help him with that ship in about a second. The Tenryu is not gonna be the one though. I told you guys. It got wrecked. Lang was still running away from the destroyer. So is the Miyogi basically. But it's gonna soon release the aircraft, which is something I really like it to do. Yep, and there they go. Animation isn't anything really spectacular at this point. Well, you have to cut it some slack, it's just version 0.4 something. Torpedoes going after the Miyogi. I was informed by a friend of mine though that Miyogi is way more maneuverable than you would guess it is. So if you want to land torpedoes on it, you should really do it in a way that makes it so that it can really avoid it, which means close quarters only, because otherwise it can just avoid pretty much anything. Here is Sheer again, the hero of the 1 against 1 fight, getting hit by a Kuma in the distance. The Kuma though is not gonna bother him much longer, I can assure you of that. I really hope they will improve the damage, visual damage in the future. I would love it if, for example, you could knock out these signal towers or blow entire compartments out. That would be so impressive. I'd really like a hardcore way of playing this game. I guess you will sooner or later see a Silent Hunter LP on my channel because I'm falling in love with this. Naval warfare is something I really haven't really paid attention to in the past, but I should. I definitely should. Because it's way better than I imagined it, and World of Warships really opened my eyes. I've been studying all these documents about these ships, about Tenryu, you know, against Kuma. Not against, about, of course. I don't know why I would study a document against Kuma, but yeah, I was looking at that, and also for the campaign that I'm going to start soon, the Darkest Hour Grand Campaign, I'm thinking about, yeah, I spoke about it, that I had cravings for Japan, you know, ruling the seas with their ships. Sounds good, doesn't it? I know it does. Well, you can vote. You can vote. Doing shameless shameless advertising on my own video about a different video. Oh, Alpha. So Sheer is basically just stuck now. So is the other battlecruiser, and it's down to Rumo to find the last ship, which is the Langley class carrier. Now, if you look at the score, we have pretty much already almost won. I think it's almost, almost even. But what I would do at this point, being Rumo, I would cap the B and then just go after it. However, the truth be told, if Rumo would stop now, these torpedo bombers could have their way with him. So he's doing the smart thing, going after the carrier immediately. There's a discussion in the chat where we could find the carrier. People are pointing to the southwest. Well, I was thinking it was on sea, but yeah, it's not there. It's southwest. So the Wakatake will have its talk with it. You can see that every time we get 3 points, they got 6. Yeah, they would win. They would definitely win, because if you think about it, it ends at 1,000. So by the time we get 100, they would get 200 and they would be winning. So it's really necessary to kill the Langley. Releasing torpedoes on 8 kilometers seems like a bit of a mistake. However, it doesn't really matter. There's not much the aircraft carrier can do here, other than die. I played Wakatake recently, and I haven't really seen the difference from the tier 2. I mean, it seems almost the same. It has heavier guns, but they're less maneuverable, and it can get better torpedoes if you refit it with experience later on. So yeah, it's slightly better, but the destroyers are really ones that have less and less of a difference between each. So there goes the last ship, and we have won the battle. Pretty decent in my opinion. Got 90,000 credits and 1,145 experience. I was marked third, and only by very small amount. I even got an achievement, it's just a flesh wound, for destroying the ship after I died. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was kind of long, but kind of thrilling. So yeah, you guys join me next time for more World of Warships.